Hello and welcome to the Morning in Matson's as Week Quattro.
What's with the Spanglish?
Excuse me, this Thursday was our Hispanic Heritage Fest here at Heritage Hills High School.
And yes, this Heritage Fest is benefiting a school in Haiti that was affected by Hurricane Matthew.
Speaking of hurricanes, here's Gavin with the weather.
Gavin here with the weather. We want to start by addressing the amount of damage that Hurricane Matthew left in its wake over the past week. The storm damaged over 1 million structures, caused many to lose their homes, and caused many businesses to temporarily close due to the damage and the threat of damage from the storm. The initial damage total is estimated to be over $10 billion. This does not include the businesses that will have to remain closed until they can reopen, if they reopen. Now for this upcoming week's weather. Starting today through Wednesday, we are going to see temperatures in the low to mid 60s, with lots of wind and lots of rain. It won't be until Wednesday afternoon that we will start to see the sun making its way back into the sky. The stress forecast for Heritage Hills is showing much stress as we move into the final week before midterm. Don't forget, students, if you have any missing assignments, you better get them finished soon. But enough with the depressing hurricanes and rain and stress levels. On to a lighter note. Instead of cats and dogs, what do you call it when it rains chickens and ducks? Foul weather.
Thanks, Gavin.
Thank you. Some memes are complete trash, but I really like SpongeBob memes. They're just so hilarious. You can put them for almost anything, even with school stuff, like the stress levels. That's really hilarious. Well, anyway, I'm Gavin. I also do the weather. No one did the meme of the week this week, so I decided to do it. See ya.
Here's Mackenzie with our sports section.
Thanks for the weather, Gavin. Mackenzie here with sports. First off, girls soccer won a sectional championship defeating Providence 3-2, and our boys soccer team also won their sectional championship defeating Northeast DuBois 5-3. Our boys went on to play South Knox County last night in the IHHS AA and won, and will be playing at the regional championship tomorrow. The girls soccer team will play in their first regional game tomorrow against Lawrenceburg. Good luck, ladies. Now for the cross-country results. Boys individual champion, Noah Huffnagel, congratulations. The team got third overall. The girls individual champion, Caitlin Lincoln, good job. The team got sixth. Girls advancing are Angel Morrison, Cassidy Stiles, Miranda Mundy, and Caitlin Lincoln. These teams, individuals, will compete again tomorrow at regionals. Good luck. Our varsity volleyball team won the Heritage Hills Invitational last week by defeating Northeast DuBois in the finals 2-0. This past Friday, our varsity football team chopped down the Forest with a score of 56-0. Our boys will play South Spencer tonight starting at 7 p.m. The Heritage Hills Patriot football team is to kick off the first game of their sectional game against the South Ridge Raiders next Friday, October 21st at 7 at Heritage Hills. In Week 7, the Patriots dropped their game against the Raiders at a score of 29-17. At that game, our very own Kendall Carter had an impressive game despite the loss, going 15 for 23, making a 65.2 completion percentage and 2 touchdowns with 146 passing yards and a passer rating of 111.9. With the win, the Patriots will advance to sectional semifinal on October 28th at 7 to play the winner of the North Harrison Cougars versus Charleston Pirates game. Mackenzie signing off. Peyton.
Speaking of winning,
Or losing in America's case.
with Daisy Valdez, we're going to take a closer look at what the students think of this year's presidential debate.
Hi, I'm Daisy, and I'm here with two of our senior government students, Edison and Abby, and I'm going to ask them a few questions about our presidential elections this year. Okay, so what are your thoughts of this year's presidential candidates?
I think you should go first, Abby.
My thoughts this year, I think we have an interesting bunch of candidates this year. I think they're two very interesting people. They're very different in a lot of aspects, and I believe that they're really interesting this year, and I think they're gonna. I don't know. What do you think, Ed?
I think Donald Trump's the best candidate for our nation, and I don't think Hillary should be serving as our president, but I also think that either candidate is going to be a little bit different how they're going to run the country for the next 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say I agree on the last part with that said, but I don't agree that Donald Trump will be the best candidate. In my own beliefs and my own experiences, I do believe that Hillary Clinton is the better of the two, and with her experience, she has a better suit to serve as our president over Donald Trump.
Yeah, but does experience as a politician really help in the office of president? Like some yes, but sometimes we need a new look, and I think Donald Trump will give us that.
That's one opinion.
Okay, what are your thoughts so far concerning the presidential debates now that the first two have passed?
You want to take this one?
No, you can go first again.
I think that my opinion of the two debates, I think they've been run a little different. I've been watching debates probably for the past two elections now just because I've always found it interesting, but I've been paying more closely attention this year because I can vote and I believe I can too, right?
Yeah, I can.
I think they're interesting. I think that we have a candidate that doesn't hold himself as well as the other one. I believe that they don't follow very professional ways, what they should. Sometimes when I watch the debates, I get a little upset about how both of the candidates like to beat around the bush with questions and don't like to answer it straight out of the bat, and rather kind of fight at each other. But
I agree with that. I think that the candidates need to do a better job of answering the direct question first before they go off on another topic.
definitely.
I think that in the first debate, Hillary Clinton was a clear winner. Donald Trump didn't really protect his views and his standpoints as much, and he rambled on a little bit. But in this past presidential debate, I think Donald Trump carried himself a little bit better. He had better attacks on Hillary's issues, and he kind of helped to protect his own. So I think it was closer, if not a win for Donald in the last presidential debate. And I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, I have to agree with what Ed said with the whole Trump definitely being able to defend his own issues and viewpoints better at the second debate, but I still believe that the way he carries himself on stage and his speaking skills whenever Hillary Clinton is talking.
You know, Abby, I think that sometimes people like to see a candidate that's more like themselves, that's more normal, that hasn't been a politician all their lives, and I think Donald Trump, he gets a little
carried
away when he's talking in his debates, but I think a lot of people like that. They like to see emotion in their politicians versus Hillary Clinton, so we'll have to see.
I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong there, but I don't think that people appreciate whenever a candidate can't let another candidate speak.
Have your opinions changed about either candidates after seeing them in the two debates?
I think that I could speak for both me and Ed when we say we're still pretty strong on who we're going to choose for our candidate for president. I don't think my opinions have changed at all, and I definitely have taken a different viewpoint on candidates, but they haven't changed, no.
Yeah, I follow along that same point. I haven't changed any of my opinions a bit. Maybe I see Hillary a little bit different and Donald a little bit different, but versus who I'm voting for and who I still think is a better candidate, it hasn't changed over the past two debates.
Definitely.
And what are your thoughts for choices for vice president?
I think that the choices for vice president kind of run a little closer to home now this year, since one of our candidates is our governor of Indiana right now. I think that Indiana voters kind of have a better insight because they've been dealing with Mike Pence for a while now.
I'm going to stop you right there, Abby. I don't think dealing with is the right word. I think Mike Pence has done a great job governing our state, and I think he'll do an even better job being the vice president of our nation.
Well, I would have to disagree with you because watching Mike Pence govern himself over Indiana, I think he's done a terrible job, if not good at all, in fact. So I don't think that he would be a great vice president. I mean, how much power does a vice president really have? And is it incredibly important? But I think it is still important to take a look at them, and I just don't think that Mike Pence is.
But after watching you complain about Hillary Clinton getting interrupted by Donald Trump in the debates, and after watching the Kane-Pence debate, you saw Kane interrupt Pence time after time, and Pence was a little bit more cool-minded. So I think that both candidates kind of even out the other characteristics of their presidential candidate.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think Kane is an interesting person. I don't say that I definitely support him as much as I do Clinton, but yeah, I agree.
Okay, and do you guys think that this will be one of the most significant elections of our lifetimes? Why or why not?
I do think this is going to be one of the most significant. Obviously, every election for president of the United States is incredibly significant, but this campaign is going to be talked about. This election is going to be talked about over the next 4 years. These presidents are going to have to make a lot of decisions involving terrorism, international terror, and also how we're going to solve the increasing debt crisis that we're facing. So I think, yeah, it's going to be one of the most significant of our lifetime, and it just happens to be me and Abby's first.
I agree with that. You know, the presidents this year are going to take on a lot of pressing issues that have become really important, and I think it's also one of the most talked about. It's a definitely different election this year. We have 2 different candidates. They're almost unlike any other candidates we've had before, and it just happens that it's our first. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you
Thanks.
for your time, and thank you for sharing your opinions with us.
Thanks.
You may have noticed something different in the library, and here's Caitlin with a special look on what's going on.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I'm reporting for the library. The staff of the library like students to know that the staff read too. So they read a contest called We Read Too, Can You Guess Who? There's 15 pictures of teachers, and the object is to match the picture with the teacher's name. In order to participate, you have to sign one of the contestant entry forms and drop it in the box. The deadline is Friday, November 4th, so make sure you come in here and get your game.
Something exciting is happening next week at Heritage Hills, and here's Mitch Richards with more information.
Thank you, Peyton. Next Wednesday, October 19th, is our annual College and Career Day here at Heritage Hills High School. It's going to break up our normal class schedule, and instead different classes are going to be broken up to go to different events and activities to help them learn a little bit more about the workforce and about different college options that may be out there for them once they leave us here at Heritage Hills. To gear up for Wednesday's College and Career Day, students are encouraged on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to wear clothing to represent options for education and training. So you could wear something like your favorite college gear, maybe different military and camo apparel, or even something that represents a different industry in the workforce, like a uniform or different job attire. So what's actually happening on the 19th? Freshmen are going to rotate amongst groups looking at different options like community college, 2 or 4-year colleges, vocational or trade programs, apprenticeships, military service, and even on-the-job training. Sophomores and juniors are going to be taking the PSAT or the ASVAB. In the afternoon, all students will rotate between the auditorium to learn about the college and career pathways at Heritage Hills and the Red Gym for a college and career fair, which gives students a chance to talk to different folks from many different training programs and places of employment that will be available to them once they graduate. Seniors are going to participate in their senior service projects. They're going to give back to the community that already supports them. Beginning on Friday, October 14th, so today, students will be able to find these schedules posted in all English classrooms and on the glass windows in the guidance office. It is each student's responsibility to know where they're going and to learn the schedule so that when Wednesday rolls around, they know where they're going. It's not going to be announced to you guys once the schedules are out there, they're out there. So find out where you're going. All in all, this should be a great week. We look for a lot of different apparel. And as always, to have a spirited group here at Heritage Hills. And hopefully people leave Wednesday knowing a little bit more about what they want to pursue with their futures. So that's what's happening next week here at Heritage Hills.
And this is Pilly signing off.